Look at the horizon and tell me what you see. Because what is rising from the depths of the Atlantic Ocean today isn't just a ship, it is 100,000 tons of pure, unadulterated American sovereignty and the absolute pinnacle of global stability that no other nation on this planet can even hope to challenge. This is the USS Gerald R, forward the lead ship of a brand new era, and the most terrifyingly advanced piece of machinery ever to grace the high seas in the entire history of mankind. When this massive titan moves, it doesn't just displace water, it displaces the entire geopolitical balance of the planet and sends a resounding message of total dominance to every single corner of the globe. We are talking about the apex predator of the ocean, a floating fortress that carries the fire of 10,000 suns within its massive steel hull. As we stand here in early 2026, the world is watching in total awe as the second of its kind, the USS John F. Kennedy finally completes its sea trials and prepares for full deployment, proving to every adversary that the United States of America does not just participate in naval warfare. We define the very nature of it. Every single bolt and every plate of high strength, specialized steel on this vessel was forged by the hands of American patriots in the shipyards of Newport News, who believe in one thing above all else, and that is the concept of American exceptionalism. Let's dive deep into the raw power that pulses through the veins of this mechanical beast. Underneath the flight deck lie two Bechtel A1B nuclear reactors, which are not just engines, they are technological miracles, producing nearly 600 megawatts of combined electricity. That is enough power to light up a major American city, or more importantly, to power the futuristic weapon systems that our enemies can only dream of. These reactors are designed to operate for 50 years without ever needing to be refueled, which means our ships stay on the front line, protecting our interests without missing a single beat. Compared to the older Nimitz-class carriers, these reactors provide 3 times the electrical capacity, allowing us to install advanced laser defense systems that turn incoming enemy missiles into molten scrap metal before they even get close. This is why we call it the 100,000-ton diplomat, because when the Ford arrives off your coast, the message is clear: freedom is here, and it is armed to the teeth with the most advanced technology ever conceived by man. But the real magic happens on the roof on that massive 4.5-acre flight deck. Gone are the days of clunky and unreliable steam catapults. Today in 2026, we use EMALS, which stands for the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System, using massive bursts of precise magnetic energy to slingshot a 30-ton fighter jet into the sky every 45 seconds with the smoothness of silk. It is faster, it is more reliable, and it allows us to launch everything from small surveillance drones to the heaviest fully loaded F-35 Lightning. 2 stealth fighters with absolutely zero stress on the airframe. This means our planes last longer, and our pilots can strike harder than any other force on the planet. And when those brave pilots come back home, they are caught by the advanced arresting gear, which is a digital braking system that feels like the hand of God, itself catching a falling star. While other nations are still trying to figure out how to build a basic ski jump ramp on their outdated carriers, we are using the power of magnetism to dominate the skies with surgical precision. In 2026, the Gerald R. Ford is currently holding the line in critical waters, showing the world that American reach is instantaneous and absolute. While other nations struggle to keep their single conventional carriers from breaking down, we are building a fleet of 10 of these nuclear monsters to ensure global peace through overwhelming strength. The John F. Kennedy is nearly ready for full deployment, and the Enterprise is taking shape, representing the future of American naval power for the next century. We are talking about a 33% increase in sortie generation rates compared to any other carrier on Earth, which means more planes in the air and more protection for our allies who rely on the American shield. Think about the 4,500 sailors on board, who represent the very best of our nation. They live in a city that never sleeps, a city that can sail for decades without ever needing to refuel. They have high-speed satellite internet and the best medical facilities because we as a nation invest in our people, just as much as we invest in our steel. That is the true definition of a superpower. While our rivals try to build so-called carrier-killer missiles, they forget that they have to find us first. And then they have to get past a strike group that sees everything within a 1,000-mile radius. With the dual-band radar system, the Ford can track a small bird 1,000 miles away, while simultaneously guiding interceptor missiles to eliminate multiple threats. There is no hiding from the American eye, and there is no escaping American justice once it is unleashed. The 2026 National Defense Strategy makes it crystal clear that the Ford-class carrier is the tip of that spear. It is the ultimate deterrent against aggression that ensures the Panama Canal stays open, and that the American way of life is never threatened. When people ask why we spend so much on our military, you tell them to look at the silhouette of the USS Gerald R. Ford. It is the reason the world's oceans are free for trade. It is the iron price of liberty that we are proud to pay as a nation. Imagine the sheer scale of it over 1,000 feet of American muscle standing, 25 stories high from the waterline, moving through the waves at over 30 knots. The Ford class represents the perfect transition to the 21st century, where artificial intelligence and integrated networks make our forces untouchable. We have successfully integrated unmanned aerial vehicles like the MQ-25 Stingray into the carrier air wing, which allows our stealth fighters to stay in the air twice as long, giving us a strike reach that no land-based defense can match. Every sailor on that deck is connected to a global network of real-time intelligence, making the Ford a critical node in a planetary defense web. Names like Gerald R, Ford John F, Kennedy, and the legendary Enterprise strike fear into the hearts of aggressors across every generation. This is why America remains the undisputed leader of the free world, because we have the steel and the technology to back it up every single day. No other nation has the industrial base or the sheer guts to build something this complex and powerful. It is a masterpiece of American engineering, from the shipyards of Virginia to the deep waters of the Pacific. The message is resounding. We are here, we are strong, and we are not going anywhere. The 2026 maritime exercises have already demonstrated that a single Ford-class carrier can control an entire theater of operations by itself, creating a bubble of total dominance. If you are an ally, you feel the security of our protection. If you are an enemy, you feel the cold shadow of inevitable defeat. That is the power of the United States Navy. God bless the men and women who serve on these giants, and God bless the United States of America. We are the front line, and we never back down from a challenge. We stand tall, we sail proud, and we keep the light of liberty burning bright across every ocean on this planet. If you are proud of what our country has achieved, then hit that like button and share this video with every patriot you know. Let the world know that the American Titan is more powerful and more determined than ever before in our history. Subscribe to US Frontline for more updates on the unmatched dominance of the American military machine, because we are the guardians of the horizon. Stay strong, stay free, and always remember that as long as these mighty ships sail, the world knows that America stands for freedom. This is our legacy, this is our promise, and this is the United States of America. There is no force on this planet that can stop the momentum of an American carrier strike group. Once it is set in motion, we are the innovators, the builders, and the protectors of the global order. The oceans belong to the brave, and there is no one braver than the American sailor standing watch. As we move forward, these ships will be the backbone of our global strategy, ensuring peace through overwhelming strength. Never doubt that the United States is the greatest force for good in the world, and the USS Gerald R. Ford is the shining city on the hill that moves at 30 miles per hour and carries 90 deadly planes ready to defend our way of life. We are proud, we are strong, and we are American. Join us next time as we dive even deeper into the technology that keeps us #1 on the global stage. Until then, keep your eyes on the horizon and your heart full of pride for the greatest navy the world has ever seen. Through every storm and every conflict, the American carrier remains the anchor of the free world. When you see the flag flying from the mast of the Ford, you are seeing the hope of millions of people who desire to live in peace, under the protection of the greatest nation in history. Our mission is clear, our resolve is unshakable, and our technology is unbeatable. We are the United States of America, and we will always lead the way forward into the future. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being a part of this journey with us. We are the front line of freedom, and we will continue to stand guard over the oceans of the world for as long as it takes. God bless America, and God bless our troops around the globe. USA all the way.